Friends, welcome to all of you. In today's session, we will study now the protein synthesis and start from the central theme of the protein synthesis, that is called the central dogma of protein synthesis by the Watson and Crick. So, in today's session, we will study it now, the transcription, because the process of protein synthesis consists of the two steps, transcription and the translation. So, in today's lecture, we study now the transcription, and in next lecture we will study the translation. So what is this central theme of the protein synthesis? So protein is a long chain polypeptide formed due to peptide linkages between amino acid. Means protein is polymer of amino acid. 20 amino acids can bind with each other and to form the long chain of the protein. So the type of protein depends upon the nature and the sequence of amino acid present in it. So the sequence of amino acid is highly specific in each protein. The change in amino acid sequence also change the type of protein. Means protein is a polymer of amino acid, and that amino acid are binds with each other by peptide bond and to form the polypeptide chain. So amino acid are highly specific in protein synthesis. And in this way, when sequence of amino acid will change, so will obviously change the sequence and the type, change the type of the protein. The sequence of amino acid in protein is determined by the DNA through messenger RNA, that is genetic codon. In last period, I already explained that is codon and the genetic codon or genetic code. So the central theme or the central dogma of protein synthesis proposed by the scientist Crick in 1958, and it consists of the two part. DNA give rise to RNA. DNA give rise to RNA, messenger RNA. DNA give rise to the messenger RNA. Messenger RNA. This is the transcription, and messenger RNA give rise to protein. This is called the translation. Understand? So the process of protein synthesis consists of the two steps, transcription and translation. So the component involved in protein synthesis. The process of protein synthesis is anabolic process, means it is a constructive process. There are mainly the two kind of process, catabolic and anabolic. When there is a destruction takes place, that is catabolism, and synthesis takes place is anabolism. So components of the protein synthesis consist of 20 different type of amino acid. DNA to provide the base sequence. All the three non-genetic RNA, that is what is meant by this non-genetic RNA? In case of RNA and the polymorphism in RNA, you have already studied it very well. There are mainly the two kinds of RNA. Genetic RNA means some viruses RNA act as a genetic material, and the non-genetic RNA can be three types, such as messenger RNA, transfer RNA, and the ribosomal RNA. And these three kind of RNA plays a very important role in protein synthesis. So ribosome has the site of protein synthesis. Various enzymes and factor and energy rich molecules like the adenosine triphosphate and guanine triphosphate, that is ATP and GTP, as a source of energy. So now start the process of protein synthesis, and first upon transcription. So what is this transcription? Transcription is the first steps in protein synthesis, in which the DNA give rise to messenger RNA by using its sense strand. Means DNA consists of the two strand. So the strand which involved in synthesis of RNA, that is sense strand or coding strand, and other strand not involved in RNA synthesis called the anti-coding strands or the anti. So now start the transcription. Transcription is the first steps in protein synthesis, in which the DNA molecule produces the messenger RNA by using its sense strand in presence of the DNA dependent RNA polymerase. This is very important enzyme, DNA dependent RNA polymerase. The DNA strand which is used for the synthesis of messenger RNA called the sense strand or template strand, which is oriented in 3-5- direction, while the other strand not participating in RNA synthesis called antisense strand or antisense strand or non-template strand, which has the orientation 5-3-. During transcription, the enzyme RNA polymerase binds to promoter site, because DNA consists of the transcription unit promoter present at the upstream process and brings about the initiation process. After the separation of DNA template and non-template strand from each other according to the base sequences present on the template, Complementary RNA nucleotides are selected and joined one after other to form the mRNA elongation. A small part of RNA remains attached to the enzyme, and when the enzyme reaches to the terminator region, both the enzyme and the newly synthesized mRNA follow up, and this is called the termination of transcription. Initiation factor sigma and the termination factor rho can play a very important role in transcription. Understand? Means there is a DNA consists of the two strand. One strand has the orientation 3-5- and other strand has the 5-3-. So the strand which involved in synthesis of RNA which has the orientation 3-5-, which this strand called the sense strand, and other not involved in RNA synthesis called the antisense strand. And this DNA consists of the transcription unit, that is promoter and terminator. So for the process of transcription, the enzyme DNA dependent RNA polymerase is very important. That enzyme binds to promoter and attract the number of deoxyribonucleotide from surrounding nucleoplasm, and that nucleotides are attached to each other and to form the RNA, and bases are complementary to DNA. So there is a process start from promoter and reaches to terminator, and some initiation factor sigma and the termination factor rho plays an important role in transcription. In prokaryotes, the newly formed RNA does not require further processing, and the messenger RNA are also used in the same compartment as there is a no nucleus. But in case of eukaryote, RNA is non-functional. Newly synthesized RNA is non-functional, and when it undergo the process of splicing, capping and tailing. So what is meant by this splicing? Splicing means the removal of intron, because DNA consists of the two kind of sequence, exon and intron. So exon consists of the mature DNA sequence and intron are the immature DNA. Because so there is a removal of intron from the transcribed RNA, this process called as splicing. What is meant by the capping? Addition of methyl guanosine triphosphate at the 5' end of the newly formed messenger RNA, and keep in mind newly formed messenger RNA called the heteronuclear RNA. Newly formed messenger RNA is called the heteronuclear RNA, and the addition of the methyl guanosine triphosphate at the 5' end of the 5' end of the heteronuclear RNA. This process called the capping. And what is the tailing? Tailing means there is a addition of polyadenylate residue, okay, at the 3' end of the newly produced messenger RNA, addition of polyadenylate residue, that is called the tailing. And in eukaryotes, newly formed messenger RNA in nucleus moves in the cytoplasm and go to the ribosome, that is the site of protein synthesis. So here finish the first process, that is the transcription, and now in next lecture we will study the second part, that is a translation. So are you understand it, what is a transcription and what are the components involved in the protein synthesis? Protein is a polymer of amino acid. 20 amino acid can bind with each other to form the one functional protein molecule. Ribosome are the site of protein synthesis. Understand this? Watson proposed the central theme or the central dogma of protein synthesis, means principle to determine the sequence of protein synthesis. DNA to provide base sequence in the form of codon or genetic code. So the requirement of the protein synthesis such as there is a DNA to provide base sequence, 20 different kind of amino acid, non-genetic RNA, that is 3 type of RNA, messenger RNA, transfer RNA and the ribosomal RNA. Then ribosome as the site of protein synthesis, various enzymes and factor, and the energy rich molecules such as ATP and GTP, that is guanine triphosphate. So the process of protein synthesis consists of the two steps, transcription and translation. So what is a transcription? The process by which DNA gives rise to messenger RNA, this is the transcription, and RNA gives rise to protein, this is the translation. So for this process of the transcription, the enzyme DNA dependent RNA polymerase is very important. So consider this is a double stranded DNA. So these are broken. So one strand has the orientation 3-5- and other 5-3-. So the strand which has the one strand has the orientation, this is the two strand. Okay. So one strand has the orientation 3-5- and other is 5-3-. So the strand has the orientation 3-5- is involved in synthesis of RNA called the sense strand, and other strand not participating in RNA synthesis called the antisense strand. And this process of the transcription consists of the transcription unit has the promoter and terminator, and the enzyme DNA dependent RNA polymerase binds to promoter and attract the number of ribonucleotide from the surrounding nucleoplasm, and bases are complementary to DNA ribonucleotide, not the deoxyribo